A very good morning, dear students. Welcome back to Social Science class. And today let us start a new chapter, chapter 4, the first cities. Chapter 4, the first cities. And this is the part of history. And already we were studying about the people, how they were living in the ancient period and all. And we know in this chapter, through this chapter, we will discuss about the how the first cities it started. And we discussed before the previous classes that how the people they were settling in one group and what they are doing, or they are cultivating the agriculture, or they are doing the agriculture. And before they were using the stone tools and all. And when they were using, when they started to use the metal tools, the agriculture also it is very easy. So they started to do the agriculture, and many tools they were using, and they started the agriculture. And we can see the people they were using the metals like the zinc and the tin. They discovered, and they were using the they were doing the agriculture. And we can discuss about the bronze tool. Bronze age. The bronze age means the people they were mixing with the copper and the tin. That is called the bronze age. The bronze age, the people what they were mixing? They were mixing with the copper and the tin, and they were using, or they were making the tools, and they were using for the agriculture. And when they, the bronze age, they understood that more than the copper, the bronze tools it is harder, and they can do the, or they can cultivate many things. They can produce many things, and they started to do with the bronze tools, and it is very harder, and they were getting more production from the agriculture. And what are the production they are getting from there? First of all, they are giving the local areas, the production they are giving to the local areas, and more than that, the production they are getting, so they are distributed to the large areas and all. And the more production, it led to the growth of the trade and the trade centers, and the people they slowly they started to live in the cities and all, because for the trade and the trade centers they started to live in the cities. And now let us discuss about the civilization. What is the civilization? We can see here the civilization is the some total of such aspects of organized life in the society. It is called the civilization. The civilization means the people when they started to live in together, and when they are producing more agriculture and all, they started to live in the cities and towns and all. So they started to do the more the organized life. They started to do the organized life in the society. So that is called the civilization. And the people they were doing the different activities and all, and we can see, and this all it changed the characters in many ways, such as the urban settlements. They started to, when they are doing many activities and all, they started to live in the urban settlements, means they were started to live in the towns and the cities and all. And the food production and the development of the trade and the technology, the various types of crafts and all, and the governments of the government to maintain the laws and the order. This all made them to live in the organized life, and they started to live in the organized life in a society, and that is called the civilization. And we can see the civilization. When we are saying about the civilization, there is the Indus Valley civilization or the Harappan civilization. It flourished in the 2000 BC. 2500 BC to 1500 BC. This is the Indus Valley civilization or the Harappan civilization. And we can discuss about the Indus Valley civilization or the Harappan civilization. And this civilization, it was the oldest civilization in India. And we can see the Harappan civilization, it flourished in 1921. The Indian archaeologists, the archaeologists means the one who are studying about the ancient history and all, that is called the archaeologists and people. And in Harappa 1921, the Indian archaeologist Dayaram Sanniki discovered in the river Ravi in the West Punjab. And when we are discussing about the Mohenjo-daro in 1922, and the R.D. Banerjee in the Narkana district of Sindh. This is the two excavation we can see in the Indus Valley civilization. And we can see here the Harappan civilization, it came in 1921, and the Mohenjo-daro is in 1922. So the Indus Valley civilization, it is known as the Harappan civilization. Because of the Harappan civilization, it the Harappan civilization, it is known as the Indus Valley civilization. And again we can see the extent of civilization, how it extended. We can see the archaeologists, they have discovered more than 250 sites for since the 1921. Right, the 1921, since that time they were discovered in the 250 sites, and we can see some such as what all the sites they discovered. We can see here the Lokha in Gujarat, and the Chandara in Sindh, and the Kadibanda in Rajasthan, Ropa in Punjab, and the Anamgir in Uttar Pradesh, and the Banpani in Haryana. These are the some cities or the sites they discovered in this time. And this is the extent of civilization. And again we can see the some they were doing the Balochistan, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and the West Uttar Pradesh. It is believed that the civilization lasted for about 1000 years, and this civilization it is lasted in the 1000 years. So in this we have seen that the Indus Valley civilization or the Harappan civilization, and here it is the two places it is coming, the Harappan civilization and the Mohenjo-daro civilization. And the Harappan civilization it is known as the Indus Valley civilization because it flourished first, so it is known as the Indus Valley civilization. And the Harappan civilization it is flourished by the Indian archaeologist the Dayanand Sarkar, and the Mohenjo-daro it is in 1922 in the D.R. Banerjee. And we have seen the extent of the civilization. Now let us see about the town planning. And we can say that the Harappan civilization had the well-planned cities. The Harappan civilization it is having the well-planned cities, and this was the first proved by the excavation at the Mohenjo-daro and the Harappa. And these two cities it is divided into two parts, the citadel and the lower town. The Mohenjo-daro and the Harappa, these two cities it is divided into, or it is divided into the citadel and the lower town. And we can see what is the citadel. The citadel it is the raised part of the city. The citadel means it is the high part or the raised part of the city, and it is the administrative block. The people, those who are administrative and those who are ruling that city, they were living there, and it is including the priests and the wealthy merchants and all. They are living in the citadel. And again we can see the building it is having the massive walls and all, and it is having the high walls. It is for what? To protect from the flood and all. It is having the walls, the massive walls and the high walls. It is protecting from the flood. And again we can see some important buildings we can find out in the citadel. That is the great park, granary, and the assembly hall. These are the three important buildings we can find out in the citadel. And we can discuss about the great park. The great park it is in the Mohenjo-daro, and it is showing that the people, how the Indus Valley people they made, or they were well planned. Their planning and the engineering and all, because they made this great park well planned and they made. And we can see about the great park. The great park was a rectangular tank very similar to the southern part of the Indian temple tanks. And the great park it is the rectangular tank. And we can see it measures 11.88 meters and 7.01 meters, and it is having the deep 2.43 meters deep. It is having that tank. And the great path had two flights of steps the either side, and the either two sides it is having the steps and on the great path. And again we can see there was a small rooms. It is around the bath. Around the bath there is having the small rooms, which it is probably it is used for the changing rooms. And the scholars they agreed that the great bath at Mohenjo-daro was probably used on the religious occasions, and this great bath they are using only for the religious occasions and all. When they are gathering on the religious purpose, they are using the great bath. And next we can discuss about the granary. And the largest building is the granary in the Mohenjo-daro, which is it is having the 45.71 meters long and 15.23 meters wide. This is the largest building we can see in the Mohenjo-daro. And again in Harappa, there are as many as 6 granaries are there. To the south of the granaries at Harappa, there are the circular bricks platforms meant for the treasuring grains, and they are they are treasuring their grains, and grains of wheat and barley have been found in their crates on the threshing floors, and they are storing all the wheat and the barley and all in their granary. And these granaries prove that the harvests were plentiful and the surplus produce was safely stored. And by seeing this, the large building, it is the granary, and by seeing that we can understand that it is how the people they are harvesting, it is the plentiful, it is they are harvesting more there. So from the granary we can understand that the people how much they are cultivating or they are having the harvesting they are having there. And next we can see the assembly halls. When we are discussing about the assembly halls, it is the known as the town hall also, and it is the large hall in the Mohenjo-daro. And the assembly hall, it is the large hall in the Mohenjo-daro, and it is a high pillared hall about 80 square feet, and this hall was also used as a assembly hall or for some the cultural shows and all this they are using the assembly hall. So in Citadel we have seen the three buildings, the great buildings, that is the Great Park, Granary and the assembly halls. And next we can see the lower town. When we are discussing about the lower town, we can see the residential buildings have been found in the lower town. The residential buildings we can found in the lower town. And the first one, it is the dwelling houses. We can see the houses how they built there. And the houses, it is a well-planned houses were built on the both sides of the streets. Both sides of the streets they are building the houses, the well-planned houses, and they have the flat roofs and they are connected by the stairs to the upper stores. They had the thick walls and the few windows, and they are the houses, it is having the walls, the thick walls and only the few windows. And the individual houses, they are having the kitchen with the fireplace and the large jars storing the grains, keeping other articles. And those who are having the houses, the individual houses, it is having the kitchen and they are having the storing the things, they are using the jars and all. And each houses had the bathrooms with the system of covered the train and connected with the main train of the streets. And some houses, it is having the courtyard and well. This is the dwelling houses, how they prepared the houses. And next we can see the roads and the streets, how the roads and the streets it made. And we can see the streets, it were straight and wide and cut at the right angle to each other. And the main road was in 10 meters broad, and main street was over 800 meters long and the 10 meters wide. And the buildings were built on either side on the roads and the streets, and the both sides of the streets and the roads we can see many buildings they were we can find there. And next we can see the drainage system. When we are discussing about the drainage system, the houses were connected very good drainage system, or the drainage system is the water, the wastewater, it is flowing to the drainage system. And the houses, all the houses they are having the very good drainage system. And the kitchen and the bathroom had trains connected to the covered main train running alongside with the main road, and the bathrooms and the kitchen waters, the train and all, it is going, it is connected to the a big draining system in the main road. And to allow the periodic cleaning and covered train had the manholes. And this is the drainage system. And in the lower town we can see the houses, we have seen the houses of the lower town, and the roads and streets how it is building, and the drainage system. So in today's class we discussed about the first cities, the civilization, how it started, the people, how they were starting the civilization, and the extent of civilization, the town planning, and we have seen the Harappa and the Mohenjo-daro civilization, and the Indus Valley civilization, it is including the Harappa and the Mohenjo-daro civilization. And we have seen the town planning, and it is the citadel and the lower town. And we have seen citadel, there is the three important study hall, and the lower town there is how the houses it is builded